When a hurricane is bearing down, most people wait until the evacuation order to start packing, and by then the shelves are empty and the roads are already backed up for hours. A 72-hour kit is not just water and canned beans thrown in a duffel bag. It's a specific, tested list built around one number: the 3 days you're likely on your own before help fully arrives. The exact supplies Ready.gov and the Red Cross say you actually need, the one line that separates a real go bag from a pantry raid, and the myths that leave people stranded with a dead phone and a fridge full of spoiled food. This is First Hour, and today, the Hurricane Go Bag, and what a 72-hour kit really needs to earn that name. Here's the idea behind 72 hours. After a major hurricane, emergency services are stretched thinnest in the first 3 days, roads are blocked, power is down, and store shelves are already bare before help can reach everyone. FEMA and Ready.gov built the standard emergency kit around that exact window, being self-sufficient for at least 3 days, with guidance now nudging households to build toward 2 weeks once the basics are covered. A go bag and a home emergency kit are related, but they are not the same thing. One lives by your door for a fast exit. The other is the deeper stockpile you shelter in place with. Every item in a real 72-hour kit answers one question: can I use this the moment the power, the water, and the roads all fail at the same time? That's the actual test. Not what feels comforting to pack, but what still works when nothing else around you does. Watch for the signs that it's time to stop planning and start grabbing the bag. A hurricane watch, upgraded to a warning, a mandatory evacuation order for your zone, or a storm inside about 48 hours of landfall. Gas stations near hurricane zones can run dry days before the storm even makes landfall, so half a tank is already too late. Fill up the moment a storm enters the forecast, not the night before. Store shelves for water, batteries, and canned food empty out fast once a watch is issued, sometimes within hours, which is exactly why the kit needs to already exist before hurricane season starts. If you depend on electricity for medical equipment, a signal to move fast is any forecast of extended power loss, not just an evacuation order. Contact your utility company ahead of time if that's you. The general rule: build the kit in calm weather, then simply grab it. The worst time to build a 72-hour kit is during the 72 hours it's supposed to cover. Water first. 1 gallon per person per day, for at least 3 days, for drinking and basic sanitation. More if you're pregnant, sick, or have pets, and more in hot climates. Food next. At least a 3-day supply of ready-to-eat, non-perishable food, plus a manual can opener, because an electric one is useless the moment the power goes out. Then the tools. A flashlight, a battery-powered or hand-crank NOAA weather radio with a tone alert, extra batteries stored separately so they can't leak, and a whistle to signal for help. Round it out with a first aid kit, a dust mask, plastic sheeting and duct tape, moist towelettes, garbage bags, and plastic ties for sanitation, local paper maps, and your phone with a charger and a backup battery. That full list, checked off, is what actually earns the name 72-hour kit. Anything less is a bag of good intentions. A go bag is what you can grab and carry out the door in under 10 minutes. A shelter-in-place kit is everything else you have to ride out the storm at home. Your go bag should sit packed near the door year-round, light enough to carry, with the 72-hour basics, plus documents, medication, and cash already inside. Your shelter-in-place stockpile can be heavier and larger, built toward that 2-week goal, stored wherever makes sense in your home because you're not carrying it anywhere. Mixing the two is the mistake. If your 72-hour supplies are buried inside a giant pantry stockpile, you don't have a go bag, you have a scavenger hunt with a hurricane outside. When the evacuation order comes, grab the go bag first, then move fast on 4 things: documents, medication, cash, and a full tank of gas. Documents means copies of insurance policies, identification, and bank records, ideally in a waterproof, portable container with a digital backup saved separately. Medication means at least a 7-day supply of prescriptions in their original containers, more if your doctor allows it, plus a written list of what you take and the dosages kept in clear view inside the bag. Cash means $50 to $100 on hand, because when the power goes out, so do the card readers and the ATMs. Cash only becomes the only option fast. And gas means filling the tank the moment